Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
संदर्भ बोला है एडवांस
Good morning, all. We'll start this session within 5 minutes as all the attendees are joining, and let them just give them a time of 5 minutes to settle down. Good morning and a very warm welcome to all the attendees who have joined today's session. I hope everybody is safe at their places and taking the safety precautions as suggested by WHO. So today we have a very good, or I can say a very important session for all the HRs or the persons who um, calculate the travel or claim expense of each and every employee. So it's a very important session today. And let's just before jumping onto the agenda, just let me welcome all the attendees who are still joining. So a very warm welcome to all the attendees to this Ultimatics Payroll and HRMS session. Myself Sonia Lalwani, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all back once again on this session. So just quickly jumping on to today's agenda, let's just give me the brief overview about Orange Technolab, what it is and what kind of services we provide. So it will take just 4 to 5 minutes to give you the overview of the Orange Technolab, and I just share you the screen. I have made an PPT through which you can see the overview of Orange Technolab. As I always tell everybody that the Orange Technolab is an IT segment since 18 years, and the domain expertise of Orange Technolab is the payroll and HRMS solution. We serve into 32 countries like UAE, Kenya, UK, Singapore, Malaysia, Uganda, and many more across the globe. And not only this, we have headquartered the organization at Ahmedabad, and we offer integrated IT services to our clients and alliance partners. He is the person. I'm so sorry for the disturbance. Sorry. So he's the person who I can say a brave man who has started this organization in 2001. He's the person who have started the organization in 2001 with the toughest time and have achieved very good milestones and have come up in this year with the very successful parameters. He has has a courage to take the risk, and he has the courage to digest those risks if he has gone through any losses. So he's the brave man behind all these successes, and he's the only person who motivates the organization to work more and more for the organization. So yeah, he's the most important person for us, and without him, I don't think that organization can survive. Now, talking about the global presence, we provide the services into 32 countries, as I said, like in the UAE, Kenya, UK, Singapore, Malaysia, Uganda, and many more countries across the world. You can see the Finland is there, Dubai is there, Japan is there, South Africa is there, Bahrain is there, Sweden is here. We provide the services in Netherlands also. So these are the countries where we provide our services, or we can offer our services. Now let's talk about the business overview. And we have provided our services into the industries like automotive is there, healthcare is there, print media is there, then entertainment industry is there, retail segment we serve to retail segment. We provide our services to transportation and global logistics. And apart from this, we also provide the services into government and public sectors. If I talk about technology, so we are growing our technologies in terms of the we use Microsoft practices, we used to do Java practices, we provide open source softwares integrated with our systems, and we are also going further for IoT, like Internet of Things. And we provide these solutions on the delivery model, global delivery model, and there are many more tools which we provide apart from all these softwares. As I told, we serve into the manufacturing industry, like healthcare is there, print media, FMCG is there, oil and gas is there, transportation logistics is there with the government and public sectors. This is just a process cycle, which we are having, from employees in till the employees exit. We provide the full life cycle of the employee into this software and try to come up with the solution that can help HRs to reduce their burden, reduce their mundane task, and HR can do many more tasks apart from this processing the salaries and taking the attendance and all these things. So this was just a glimpse of this Orange technology, and let's just move on to today's agenda. One more thing I want to share, that is our product basket, which I really forgot to share with you guys. Just give me a second. This is our product basket. We provide attendance software, that is the offline version. Also, we have cloud version, we have on-premises version. We provide asset management software with the mobile application. We provide Ultimatix payroll and HRMS solution, which all of you are using, guys. The Ultimatix payroll and HRMS system is on cloud based as well as on the on-premises basis, and complementary with that, we provide the mobile application to process the salary, to see the employee engagement, to see the attendance, to regularize the attendance. And apart from this, we provide the customized or you can say a tailor-made solution according to our customers' need. And not just this, we also provide visitor management solution, which is on premises and cloud visible. And this is just a glimpse of the product. We have more products than that. And apart from this, we also provide the hardware solutions like biometric solution, which is finger-based, face-based, or you can say a temperature detection machine is also provided with the face machine nowadays because of this coronavirus. And not just this, we also provide styles, boom barriers, flap barriers, and many more products are there in the basket. But these are the initial main products which we have. The next is the global presence. You can see our HO is situated in Ahmedabad, and rest are the branch offices and the partner networks. And this is the global presence. This is the India-related presence. HO is in Ahmedabad, and we have the partner network into the Chandigarh, Delhi, Lucknow, Udaipur, Indore, Nagpur, Nasik, Hyderabad, and Bangalore, so on and so forth. So this was just a glimpse of Orange Technology. What can I say? Let's just move on to today's agenda. So our today's agenda is obviously related to travel and claim. And one more thing which is very important, that this is very crucial part for HR and accounts department. Many of us as an HR face many challenges related to this particular part. Like I mean, if policies are not clear for travel and claim, then what to do? Many employees are not clear with the policies, that which kind of expense falls under which acceptable term of the category. So they get very much difficulty, or they face very much difficulties in this. And the one of the most serious example which I can share with you guys, that if the employee is traveling, if the employee is on field, and he has done the expense like food expense or any kind of expense, so he's taking the receipt, but he's not noting down into the diary. And what happens now, that the receipts ink smudged, receipts ink gets smudged. So this creates a problem for an HR to check that the expense is the expense which is claimed, that is good enough or not. So this evidence is not proper, as in you can say the problem is there to get the expenses reimbursed. To solve that problems, we have come up with the today's session, and this session is related to travel and claims. So to get rid of such challenges, today with us, panelists are Ms. Bhavna and Mr. Umang, who will provide us some valuable insights on how to get rid of these challenges and how to create a good policy for travel and claim. So let's just start the session, and I would like to invite Ms. Bhavna to take charge of this session and just provide us a glimpse or you can say valuable insight for this session. And post this, we'll have a question answer session. And one more thing I would like to announce that we also have a contest, lucky draw contest. So lucky winners will also get the prizes, and most probably I'll announce the winners of previous webinar and to whom we have already provided the gift. Let us just start with the today's section, and I'll invite Ms. Bhavna to take over the charge. And start the session. Over to you, Bhavna.
Okay, so first of all, we'll just start the session with the claim module. So it is hand over to Mr. Umang.
हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। मैं आपको आज क्लेम मॉड्यूल का फ्लो बताने जा रहा हूँ। उसका टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट है इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ क्लेम मॉड्यूल वर्कफ्लो। हमारा ऑरेंज अल्टीमेटिव्स में कैसा वर्कफ्लो है क्लेम का, फिर कैसे क्लेम का क्रिएशन करते हैं मास्टर का, फिर उसका वर्कफ्लो कैसे मैनेजर लेवल पे सेट करना है वो एलोकेशन के बाद, फिर उसकी ईएसएस और एडमिन कैसे एप्लीकेशन कर पाएंगे क्लेम का, फॉर मैनेजर कैसे अप्रूवल करेंगे और पेमेंट, और लास्ट में रिपोर्ट। ये हमारा वर्कफ्लो है। पहले एडमिन क्लेम मास्टर क्रिएट करेंगे, फिर एडमिन सेट करेंगे मैक्सिमम लिमिट कैन बी डिफाइंड क्लेम वाइज ओनली फॉर पेट्रोल क्लेम लिमिट कैन डिफाइंड रेट फॉर किलोमीटर वाइज एंड मंथली अमाउंट लिमिट एज वेल डेली लिमिट। फिर एप्लीकेशन एडमिन भी कर सकता है और ईएसएस एप्लीकेशन भी कर सकता है क्लेम की। फिर मैनेजर के पास जाएगा कैसे सेट करना है अप्रूवल वाइज लेवल वाइज। हमारे में 5 लेवल वाइज सेट कर सकते हो। बाद में मैनेजर अप्रूवल करना है और रिजेक्ट कर सकता है। बाद में हम पेमेंट प्रोसेस करेंगे। हमारे में 2 वेज के पेमेंट कर सकते हो, एक पेमेंट प्रोसेस थ्रू या दूसरा है सैलरी थ्रू। पेमेंट प्रोसेस करना है तो आपको 3 तरह से टाइप्स ऑफ ऑप्शन है, बैंक ट्रांसफर भी कर सकते हो, चेक पेमेंट है और तीसरा है कैश पेमेंट। और आपको पेमेंट प्रोसेस नहीं करना है कब, सैलरी थ्रू भी उसको नेक्स्ट मंथ की सैलरी में आप क्लेम का पेमेंट दे सकते हो। फिर ये है एडमिन पैनल में।
Here I would like to brief about the claim. So it is a claim which is not related to your salary or which is not related to the reimbursement component. So these are the claim which is not part of your CTC component. It is a separate component which is you are giving the to the employee, and employee like daily claim like it is not related to the travel it is also different. Here the claim which you are doing on the behalf of the company expenses, so that is considered in the claim, or the CT where just you are just working and wherever just you are doing the local traveling claim, so that will be part over here of the claim. So these are the difference between the claims, reimbursement and the travel. So travel it comes when you are just going out of the city, and that comes into the travel, so that we will just see in the second case. Reimbursement it will be not treated over here. It is like the claim which is not part of the salary and which you are just claiming to the like employee जो claims कर रहे कंपनी के behalf में जो भी payment करे वो यहाँ पे claim करे, so there is a claim module. So I want to just clear the doubts over here. Now hand over to Umang. Umang, you can just continue.
Okay. पहले फर्स्ट तो हम एडमिन में जाके कैसे क्लेम का मास्टर क्रिएट करेंगे, every agency having a different policy for claim which can be based on expense made by employee and later claim to company. Few companies pay and salary और other payment both. पहले तो हम लीव एंड क्लेम मॉड्यूल में क्लिक करेंगे, बाद में क्लेम डिटेल्स पे जाके क्लेम मास्टर पे क्लिक करोगे तो आपको लास्ट में जो स्क्रीनशॉट है उसमें क्लेम मास्टर में यहाँ पे ऐड करोगे तो आपका न्यू क्लेम मास्टर पे क्रिएट करने का ऑप्शन देंगे। बाद में यहाँ पे क्लेम नेम पे 4 एक्सपेंस है, जस्ट एग्जांपल बता रहा हूँ। यहाँ पे आप मैक्सिमम लिमिट अमाउंट पे क्लेम कर पाएंगे। फिर आपको इफेक्ट ऑन सैलरी में देना है या पेमेंट प्रोसेस थ्रू देना है। आप यहाँ पे क्लेम नेम पे फिर लिमिट टाइप है, मैक्स डेली लिमिट या मंथली लिमिट सेट कर सकते हो आप। फिर है क्लेम टाइप, अदर क्लेम है या फ्यूल का क्लेम है। आप फिक्स लिमिट है, फिर लिमिट फॉर आप ग्रेड वाइज, ब्रांच वाइज और डेजिग्नेशन वाइज आप सेट कर सकते हो। मान लो आपको सेट करना मैंडेटरी अटैचमेंट है तो आप यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट करके अपडेट कर सकते हो। जैसे के लिए मैंने बताया यहाँ पे आप फ्यूल क्लेम है तो आप डेजिग्नेशन वाइज सेट करना है तो आपका यहाँ पे डेजिग्नेशन का नाम आएगा। फिर कौन से किलोमीटर पे कितना मैक्सिमम अमाउंट है आप यहाँ पे सेट कर सकते हो। ए फ्यूल का क्लेम है तो आप यहाँ पे फ्यूल का क्लेम पे सिलेक्ट करके यहाँ पे एक्सपेंस लिखना पड़ेगा आपको। फिर है अप्रूवल का फ्लो, जैसे के लिए एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डिफरेंट फ्लो ऑफ क्लेम अप्रूवल एंड यूजर कैन क्रिएट इट टिल 5 लेवल अप्रूवल वेयर इन क्रॉस कंपनी इज ऑथराइज्ड पर्सन अप्रूवल आल्सो पॉसिबल इन क्लेम मॉड्यूल। आपका क्रॉस कंपनी के रिपोर्टिंग मैनेजर है तो आपको क्लेम का वो रिपोर्टिंग मैनेजर सेट कर सकते हो। पहले फर्स्ट तो क्रिएट स्कीम करने के लिए कंट्रोल पैनल में स्कीम मास्टर में यहाँ पे क्लेम टाइप में क्लेम सिलेक्ट करके सेव करना पड़ेगा। बाद में आपको यहाँ से रिपोर्टिंग मैनेजर सेट कर सकते हो, वो है कंट्रोल पैनल में स्कीम में जाके स्कीम डिटेल्स में। आप यहाँ पे कितने लेवल पे सेट करना है वो आप यहाँ पे सेट कर सकते हो। बाद में हमको एम्प्लॉय जो हमने स्कीम बनाई है क्लेम की वो एम्प्लॉय को असाइन करना पड़ेगा, वो है असाइन द स्कीम यूजर नीड्स टू एम्प्लॉय स्कीम फॉर फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉय में जाके एम्प्लॉय प्रिविलेज स्कीम में जाके एम्प्लॉय स्कीम उस पे जाके यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट टाइप में क्लेम फिर सिलेक्ट स्कीम में क्लेम करने के बाद यहाँ पे बाइंड होगा एम्प्लॉय का नेम, सिलेक्ट ऑल करके बाद में सेव पे क्लिक करना पड़ेगा। फिर यहाँ पे हम ESS के लॉगिन पे जाते हुए यहाँ पे डैशबोर्ड पे है, यहाँ पे क्लेम मॉड्यूल क्लेम पे जाके क्लेम एप्लीकेशन, जैसे भी आप क्लेम एप्लीकेशन पे सिलेक्ट करोगे यहाँ पे पेज ओपन होगा, यहाँ पे ऐड का बटन होगा, क्लिक ऑन ऐड फॉर अप्लाई क्लेम एप्लीकेशन। फिर क्लेम एप्लीकेशन में एम्प्लॉय नीड्स टू फिल नेसेसरी डिटेल्स बाय सिलेक्ट क्लेम टाइप एंड क्लेम अमाउंट, ऑल्सो ऐड डॉक्यूमेंट इन केस मेंटेन डिटेल्स। जस्ट मैं बता रहा हूँ ऐड क्लेम एप्लीकेशन में एप्लीकेशन डेट आएगी, जो भी आप एप्लीकेशन में जा रहे हो उसकी डेट यहाँ पे ऑटोमेटिक सिस्टम थ्रू आएगा। फिर डेट कौन सा क्लेम टाइप हमने जो सिलेक्ट किया था फूड का है या फ्यूल का है। फिर यहाँ पे अमाउंट लिखना पड़ेगा, अटैचमेंट रिक्वायर्ड आप यहाँ से अटैचमेंट भी कर पाओगे। फिर ये जो क्लीन होम प्लस का जो आपका आइकॉन दिख रहा है उसमें इंसर्ट एंट्री डेट होगा, न्यू एंट्री आप इंसर्ट कर पाओगे। फिर ये जो आइकॉन है अटैचमेंट का, आप यहाँ से कोई डॉक्यूमेंट है तो आपका प्रूफ है अवेयरनेस तो उसका आप यहाँ से अटैच कर सकोगे। फिर यहाँ पे 3 लास्ट में दिया है ड्राफ्ट, अप्लाई और क्लियर। ड्राफ्ट का मीनिंग है तो आप क्लिक ऑन ड्राफ्ट पे करोगे तो उसका आपका रिकॉर्ड सेव होगा, एप्लीकेशन नहीं होगा, सिर्फ सेव होगा। यहाँ पे अप्लाई है, अप्लाई का मीनिंग ऐसा है तो आपका क्लेम की एप्लीकेशन किया है तो आप अप्लाई पे क्लिक करोगे तो। और क्लियर का है यहाँ पे जो आपने लिखा है वो सब क्लियर हो जाएगा। फिर है क्लेम एप्लीकेशन, जो हमने एप्लीकेशन किया है तो आप यहाँ से शो कर पाओगे कितने लेवल पे आपकी एप्लीकेशन क्या है। कहाँ पे है, आपकी एप्लीकेशन कहाँ पे है। यहाँ पे आपको यहाँ पे कलर पे बता रहा है कि आपने ड्राफ्ट किया है या पेंडिंग है या अप्रूवल है या रिजेक्ट किया है। यहाँ से जो प्रिंट का बटन है, तो यहाँ से प्रिंट पे जब क्लिक करोगे तो आपका पीडीएफ डाउनलोड होगा, वो हार्ड कॉपी में क्लैप एप्लीकेशन डाउनलोड होगा। फिर व्यू पे क्लिक करोगे तो ये आपको बताएंगे आपकी एप्लीकेशन कौन से रिपोर्टिंग मैनेजर के लेवल पे है। फिर जो मैंने बताया, आप जब प्रिंट पे क्लिक करोगे तो ये हार्ड कॉपी आपको दिखेंगी। Employee can now print to application. Few companies need to hard copy of expense, so employee can submit the hard copy of claim application along with. आपको जो एप्लीकेशन किया है वो ये प्रिंट निकाल के आप भी कर सकते हो उसमें, तो ये आप प्रिंट निकाल पाओगे। बाद में है क्लेम एप्लीकेशन। ये ईमेल कॉन्फ़िगरेशन किया होगा तो आपको एक नोटिफिकेशन भी जाएगा क्लेम मॉड्यूल का, जो आपने पहले जो हमने फूड एक्सपेंस किया था उसका जाएगा। उसमें आप अप्रूवल और रिजेक्ट भी रिपोर्टिंग मैनेजर कर सकेंगे। फिर यहाँ पे रिपोर्टिंग मैनेजर का लॉगिन है। मैनेजर कैन व्यू द नोटिफिकेशन ऑन डैशबोर्ड। जैसे कि ये यहाँ पे बेल का आइकॉन है, यहाँ पे आपका नोटिफिकेशन आएगा क्लेम के रिगार्डिंग। यहाँ पे क्लेम अप्रूवल आएगा, यहाँ पे अल्टीमेटली इसमें क्लेम अप्रूवल थ्रू भी जा सकते हो। यहाँ भी दिखाएंगे आपको आपके नोटिफिकेशन किसने पेंडिंग है नोटिफिकेशन क्लेम मॉड्यूल की। फिर मैनेजर कैन मॉडिफाई क्लेम डिटेल्स बाय क्लिक ऑन क्लेम कोड और सिलेक्ट रिकॉर्ड एंड सिलेक्ट क्लिक ऑन अप्रूवल डायरेक्ट अप्रूवल। यहाँ पे ऑल पेंडिंग में ये कलर है, यहाँ पे कलर वाइज आप देख सकते हो। जैसे कि यहाँ पे पेंडिंग है तो आपको यहाँ पे एक कलर दिखेगा, जैसे कि अप्रूवल है या रिजेक्ट है पर्टिकुलर। ऑल अप्रूवल है तो ये कलर, ऑल रिजेक्ट है तो रेड कलर। यहाँ पे जब क्लिक करोगे ऑन क्लेम कोड तो आपको अप्रूवल की डिटेल्स यहाँ पे ओपन होगी। ऑल लेवल अप्रूवल इज हैविंग ए सेम राइट्स टू चेंज क्लेम डिटेल्स, हाउएवर अप्रूवल वुड कंसीडर्ड एज पर फाइनल ऑथराइज्ड पर्सन। यहाँ पे क्लेम हो जाने के बाद आप रिपोर्टिंग मैनेजर उसका टोटल अमाउंट पे अप्रूवल अमाउंट चेंज कर सकता है। और मैंडेटरी है रिपोर्टिंग मैनेजर का कमेंट। यहाँ पे नोट में आप लिखो दिखाएगा कमेंट इज मैंडेटरी इफ स्टेटस इज रिजेक्टेड। बाद में यहाँ पे लास्ट में है विद इन लिमिट, यहाँ पे ब्लैक कलर है तो विद इन लिमिट में अपने लिमिट है तो आपका ब्लैक कलर आएगा। ओवर लिमिट होगा तो यहाँ पे रेड कलर आएगा। फिर आपने जो पहले बनाया था इफेक्ट ऑन सैलरी है, नॉट इफेक्ट सैलरी है। जो इफेक्ट ऑन सैलरी होगा तो ये जो यहाँ पे क्लेम टाइप है उसका कलर चेंज हो जाएगा। नॉट इफेक्ट ऑन सैलरी है तो देखो लास्ट में है अदर एक्सपेंस, वो नॉट इफेक्ट ऑन सैलरी है। ठीक है, यहाँ से आप स्टेटस में अप्रूवल रिजेक्ट कर सकते हो। फिर हो जाने के बाद यहाँ पे सबमिट करोगे तो आपका अप्रूवल रिपोर्टिंग मैनेजर ने अप्रूवल कर दिया है। बाद में ESS यूजर में वंस गेट अप्रूवल बाय ऑल लेवल मैनेजर एम्प्लॉय कैन व्यू द स्टेटस। क्लेम में क्लेम स्टेटस है, उसमें क्लेम पर कोड पे सिलेक्ट करोगे तो आपका क्लेम का स्टेटस दिखेगा। देखो यहाँ पे भी कलर वाइज से ऑल अप्रूवल होगा तो ये कलर आएगा, रिजेक्ट होगा तो ये कलर आएगा। जैसे कि हम यहाँ पे क्लिक करोगे बाद में क्लेम पेमेंट टू अप्रूवल एम्प्लॉय में जाएगा। जैसे कि सिलेक्ट क्लेम पेमेंट, यहाँ पे पेमेंट थ्रू ऑल पेंडिंग है तो ये कलर आ गया। स्टेटस में दिखाएगा क्या पेड किया है, रिजेक्ट किया है या कुछ किया ही नहीं है, पेंडिंग ही है, पेमेंट बाकी ऐसा। जैसे कि ये क्लिक ऑन क्लेम कोड फॉर व्यू क्लेम पेमेंट प्रोसेस, हम अब पेमेंट प्रोसेस थ्रू जाएंगे। जो यहाँ पे क्लिक करोगे आप बाद में ये वाउचर जनरेट होगा। सिलेक्ट एम्प्लॉय नेम एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू अप्रूवल ऑफ क्लेम राइट साइड अप्रूवल अमाउंट कैन बी व्यू। आपको यहाँ पे मान लो 3 या 4 क्लेम अप्रूवल है, आपको कौन सा पेमेंट करना है, कौन सा क्लेम का पेमेंट करना, आप यहाँ पे चेक बॉक्स में क्लिक करोगे। फिर उसका यहाँ पे नाम, वाउचर नंबर ऑटोमेटिक सिस्टम जनरेट होगा, वाउचर डेट है, कौन सा रेजिडेंस है, कौन सा एम्प्लॉय है, पेमेंट डेट क्या है। आपको पेमेंट टाइप जो फर्स्ट में मैंने बताया था वो कैश है, बैंक ट्रांसफर है और चेक थ्रू है, वो दिखेगा यहाँ पे। फिर क्लेम अप्रूवल आईडी जो हमने यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट किया है वो यहाँ पे शो होगा क्या अदर एक्सपेंस है, क्या अप्रूवल डेट क्या है, किलोमीटर्स में क्या है, अप्रूवल अमाउंट क्या है। ठीक है, फिर आप यहाँ पे जब सेव करोगे, बाद में एडमिन में यूजर कैन गेट प्रिंट ऑफ पेमेंट वाउचर फ्रॉम क्लेम रिपोर्ट। टू व्यू पेमेंट वाउचर प्रेस प्रिंट टू डाउनलोड। ये पेमेंट हो गया है, अप्रूवल है। ठीक है, यहाँ पे स्टेटस में भी आपको पता चलेगा पेड है, रिजेक्ट है, पेंडिंग है। जैसे के लिए हमने पेमेंट अप्रूवल कर दिया है तो यहाँ पे दिखेगा, देखो यहाँ पे आपको ग्रीन कलर दिखेगा क्योंकि यहाँ पे पेड कर दिया है। क्लिक ऑन प्रिंट पीडीएफ फॉर जनरेट वाउचर। आपको वाउचर जनरेट करना है तो आप यहाँ पे प्रिंट पे क्लिक करोगे तो आपको ऐसा वाउचर जनरेट होगा पेमेंट का, कि ए एम्प्लॉय कोड है, एम्प्लॉय नेम है, लोकेशन का है, डेजिग्नेशन है, डिपार्टमेंट का है। ठीक है, हमने वाउचर नंबर 1 है। पेमेंट मोड केस किया तो कैश होगा, बैंक ट्रांसफर या चेक थ्रू होगा। कौन से पेमेंट डेट किया है वो आएगा और डिटेल्स आएगा, कौन सा क्लेम नेम है, कौन से जब अप्रूवल होगा, कौन कितना पेमेंट है और पर्पस दिखेगा। बाद में लास्ट में है हमारा रिपोर्ट। क्लेम का रिपोर्ट है, रिपोर्ट में जाके लोन क्लेम असेट रिपोर्ट है, उसमें क्लेम डिटेल्स का रिपोर्ट है। उस पे क्लिक करोगे, हमारे अलग अलग फॉर्मेट वाइज ये डिफॉल्ट फॉर्मेट में ये फॉर्मेट दिखेगा, जैसे कि डेट है, फूड एक्सपेंस है, अदर एक्सपेंस है, अप्रूवल अमाउंट है, अप्रूवल अमाउंट मैनेजर ने कितना किया है वो दिखेगा, पर्पस क्या है। फिर दूसरा फॉर्मेट नंबर 1 में है एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेंस क्लेम फ्रॉम। यहाँ पे सेम डेट, फॉर एक्सपेंस, अदर एक्सपेंस, एक्सेप्शन, टोटल अमाउंट। फिर लास्ट में एम्प्लॉय अप्रूवल डिटेल्स, मैनेजर ने कितने अप्रूवल किया, कितने अप्रूवल का आपका पेमेंट दिया है वो लास्ट में दिखेगा। यहाँ पे कौन सी डेट में अप्रूवल हुआ है वो डेट भी यहाँ पे आपको शो होगी। फिर है फॉर्मेट 2 क्लेम। फॉर्मेट 2 में एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेंस क्लेम फ्रॉम, ये डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे होगा, अप्रूवल अमाउंट होगा, यहाँ पे डेट नहीं शो होगा, स्टेटस अप्रूवल है, रिजेक्ट है वो यहाँ पे शो होगा। अब आपने क्लेम कब किया था वो यहाँ पे डेट शो होगी। क्लेम का नाम क्या है, फूड एक्सपेंस है, अदर एक्सपेंस है। ठीक है, और आपको कोई भी क्वेरी हो तो आप सपोर्ट पे ईमेल कर सकते हो। आई हैंड ओवर मिस्टर चिंतन सर।
Now I'll just start the sessions regarding the travel module. क्या करें तो फिर मास्क में बैठ करना 14 एमबी का फाइल। One minute, there is some internet connectivity issues. Okay, now I hand over to Ms. Bhavana, so they'll just guide you for a travel application.
Good afternoon, everyone. So today we'll go through travel application and we'll study how the travel module works in Orange Ultimatic software. So here is the table of content. which we'll be discussing today. That is, one is the introduction to travel module workflow. We'll be going through how it exactly works in my system. Then is admin setting, which will be related to travel module, which we can configure as per our company policies. Then is the master settings, which is also we can configure as per our requirement, and it is the mandatory steps while we need to configure it before we go for travel module. Then is scheme creation. Scheme creation defines the flow exactly when the application is done, how it need to be get approved into the system. Okay. So same way travel application, then same scheme creation need to be done for travel settlement also. Then we need to assign those schemes to employees. So once these schemes are assigned to employees, so whenever these employees will do any application, it will follow that scheme flow for their approvals. Then is the creation of travel application through ESS portal, and it will be approved through the scheme flow. We'll go through with an example. Then same way we'll go for how the advance amount, if the employee is asking for any advance amount for its traveling purposes, how it will get approved and how it will be given to that employee. And if bookings which are done by the company itself or by the admin people, how it will be allotted back to the employees. Then we'll do the travel settlement application, which also will be done after the travel is successful. Employee comes back, he will do his travel settlement expenses. Then how will it get approved and how his payment is done into the system. Then last is the reports. So these are the 10 steps in which we configure the travel module, and will be studied as below. So here is the workflow related to travel module. One is the application based upon grade and brands. So grade and brands means because we define the limits as per the grade and brands. So application will be as per their eligibility. Like if he is a manager, is eligible for flights, etc. Then travel application. Travel application will include 4 things. One is the travel agenda. When employee is planning for a traveling, which place, as with these dates, then what advance he is expecting from the company to pay him. Then it will go for the approval as per the scheme. Then is the travel as per the scheme. Like if an employee does an application, it will go for approval to its manager, then his reporting to reporting managers, and at last by the HR. So it will follow it up. Then again it will. So now once the scheme is once the travel application is approved, it will go to the accountant for the further payments. And once the payments are done, then helpdesk will do the bookings as per his travel of an employee, like train bookings, flight bookings, other things. Then once it comes, all these things will be intimation to the employees. And once it's done, then once his travel is completed, then he can go for his travel claim settlement application. So once again you do the application, so it will again go for the approval to his manager, finance managers, and as per schemes. Then once the application is get approved, now it comes for the further to the account department for further the claim settlement. Okay. So this is the flow exactly which will go through travel module in our system. So as per discussion, this is the first slide. We'll be studying about the admin settings, which we will be configuring as per our requirement, like enable instruct by employee column in travel. Like if we want to employee name and instruct field, that all things we can done. Then enable international travel. If in a company we prefer the international travel of employees, then we have to enable it through this setting. Then is enable check and date option in travel application. So for daily option, if we want to check in and check out and expenses needed to be filled accordingly, for that we can enable this option. Then is enable advance in travel. So if this option is enabled, then only employee can ask for his travel for his advance, and it will be getting approved into the system. Then is add other employee to travel settlement. This is one of the very good functionality actually. Like if me and my colleague both are traveling all together, so we can claim in a one application by the higher client. Then is the purpose column mandatory. So whenever we are doing travel application, if we want to make our purpose column mandatory, we can do that. So then is on duty leave for mandatory. So whenever the employee is going for his travel, is planning his travel, the leave option comes where we can select on duty manually, but if we want, we can make it mandatory. Then employee have to select it at any cost. Then is in travel settlement approval amount should be greater than the claim amount. So it means that claim amount should always be less than the approval amount. So like if my limit is of 5,000, I can claim up to 5,000 total. Then is travel claim submit limit. So like if I travel, within how many days I need to submit my claim so that it may be processed accordingly, whether in my salaries or out of salaries by other payment process. So that can be decided accordingly. We can fix limit over here for travel claim submit limit. So here we go with the masters. So first is the travel master, and we'll be creating the mode master, travel mode master. Travel mode master is nothing. What are the mode the employee will be using for his traveling, like bus, flight, tickets, right? So this travel mode we can define as per our designation also. So here, as you can see on my screen, here I have selected the travel mode name as flight, and I have designed it to my all the designations like project leader, QA tester, etc. So we can do it that way. So once that is done, and vice versa, we can, as per designation also, we can give the travel mode. So like if I have so many designations, I'm planning for my designation master, that time also I can give it out. So I show you out. Like here designation is my manager, and I can select for what all travel mode he will be eligible. Like for his manager profile, he is eligible for car and flight in that. So we can fix as per designation also, and as we can fix as per mode also. So it's vice versa, we can use in both the ways. Then is the city and state master. So before configuring anything, we need to set the city master also. In city master, we can set the limits, we can define a city as per in categories, like whether it's a metro city, it's non-metro city, it's rural city, like that. So we are going through it. So how we need to move it? To master, job master, city, state master. In city, state master, we need to click on city and we need to click on add. So as soon as we click on add, as you can see my data, I have entered one city name, enter the state, country, and I have click on city. So in right side, we'll get an option of add city category. So once we click over here, you can see it out. We have defined other city categories. Same way, we can mention a city category name. So how we categorize our city, whether it's metro, non-metro, urban, like that. So we can click over it and we can save those details. So once it is saved, we can fix our limit accordingly. Then once the city master is defined, now we'll go with the expense type master. So for that, the navigation is travel master, expense type master. So here we can see we need to click on add button. So once we click on add, here whatever we defined earlier, that is recognized over here. Like 1 hour right now, my expense name is miscellaneous. So you can see my city category wise, city category. So I have mentioned over here for which city it will be eligible. So I have mentioned it at city category over here, which will be using it further in set view max limit. I show you how. Then is expense amount. Whether my expense amount will be related to designation or grade. Then is whether that is eligible for our limit, like my limit is of 4,000, but my expenses are coming up to 5,000. So I can give my application or not. All those things we can cover over here, and that part we can restrict the employee from here itself. Then is the effective date. Effective date is one of the most important key over here. Like set view max limit. I can set as per metro. Suppose if a person is visiting to Bangalore, he will be getting up to 7,000. But if same way he is going to Chandigarh, he is eligible for 5,000. So we can define that limit over set view max limit here. So city category we can see for metro I have put it 5,000. For non-metro I have put it 4,000. So here is the thing where we define our city category. So these are the designation. It can be like designation wise, or if we click on grade, then it will be according to the grade wise. So these are two ways we can define. It can be either designation wise or it can be as per grade wise, and we can put the limit over here. Okay. So once this limit we have put, this limit will be effective from 1st of June. So whatever date will be giving over here, from that date, those limits will be effective to this system. So here I am adding, now we have done all the master configuration. Now we'll be giving the schemes. So we'll be creating the schemes into the system as per which my flow of travel application and travel settlement application should be approved in my company. So here I'm giving name and I'm giving as a type. So here this is the scheme details. So here we can create the scheme details. We have defined the scheme. Now we are creating its detail. Like travel expense I have created. It will be going for reporting manager name, and we can save it. This thing we can do up to 5 level. Up to 5 level, we can get our application approved in our organization. Same way, another scheme I have created for travel settlement. So once my schemes are created, we can view all the schemes over here in scheme detail over here. So scheme name, we can bifurcate, we can search through filters, and if we want, we can add new schemes also, as discussed earlier. So we have defined the schemes like travel expense to reporting manager and travel settlement to reporting manager and Mr. Mohammed. So here right now schemes are over. So once this scheme is done, we need to define those schemes to particular employee according to which the flow should go for those employees. So we will go for employee, privilege scheme assign, and employee scheme. So here it is the effective date is one of the most key role. Here it I have given it from 1st June. So these schemes will be applicable to my employees from 1st of June. And I have given the employee detail and selected my schemes, and I can go for save button. So here we end up with all the master configurations which we need to do for this travel module. So now I'm starting with the application. So I have logged in with the employee ESS portal through his ID. So for that, we need to navigate to menu button, menu in travel application. Travel application, we need to click on add button. So once we click on add button, this sort of form will open over here, where our basic details will be automatically fetched from the database itself, like application date, employee name, manager details, company GST number. All these details will be automatically fetched. What we need to add is travel detail. So from when to when my travel is, where it will be, what is the purpose. As discussed earlier, we can make it mandatory from company settings, and departure dates, the number of days, then reason. So these are the remarks. So this way I can plan and I can give over here. According to my period, my total days will be displayed over here. So once it is done, then we can go for next. Next is the other details. So this way, right now, if we select other thing, we can go for a cab book. Travel cap application, we can select the mode also. So in other details, we can select other details means what all other things are there, like my cab booking is there, my hotel booking is there. So my predefined expenses I can already mention over here. So that if a company can do the bookings for me, like I want a cab, so I can ask, so I can fill my details from where it will be my pickup point, what is it drop down. So all those details I can fill over here. So these are predefined details which are available for me, which I can fill over here. So same way, other details, if according to mode, my detail capture screen will change. So if you can see, when I've selected over here cab booking, so my details are coming according to cab, number of passengers, pickup address, pickup time, right? When I've selected others, so my detail have changed. Just give your bill number and your description. So then is the advanced detail. So in advanced detail, what all advance I expect from a tour from the company. So that I can mention over here. Then is the agenda. If I'm going for a tour, what is my agenda? What is my purpose? All those things I can fill over, and even I can give the attachment accordingly. I can draft and keep it, or even I can directly submit my application. So right now I will be submitting my application. So when my application is submitted, it will be seen in the pending status, and this is the flow which it will be undergoing. Like this application is done by Mr. Vijay. It will be approved by Mr. Sanket, then Mr. Kishore, then Mr. Hasmukh. So this is the flow which we have defined in a scheme, and it is applicable to my employee as per the scheme. So right now I'm logging with my reporting manager for my first approval. So my application is done, mail notifications are gone. Now it has gone to his manager for their approval. So he is logging with his credentials. So once he log in with his credentials, he will be able to see all the notification in this bell icon. So he will be able to see his travel approval application is pending for him to approve. And if you want, he can navigate through the menu also. So in menu, we can go to the menu button at the left bar, and in left bar it can go to travel details, under that in travel approval. So this both ways he can navigate to travel approval screen. So here is the form which will be open up for him like this. So here it will be, he will be able to see his detail like state, city, right, date wise departure, when his leave type, if we want, it's not mandatory, also we can make it mandatory to put it as on duty leave. So all these things he can view that. Second is same way he can view his other details like cab bookings or car bookings, what we have done over here. So all these details will be captured over here. And last is the what is his agenda for his tour. So all these things he can view in a single screen, and he can change. If you want, he can modify the details. If you want, he can change it, or else he can approve it or he can reject as per the will. So as per the requirement, he can approve it, how he can reject those details. So next we move to, so once his application is approved, it will be viewed over in approved status. We just need to click over approved, and if we click on go, so manager will be able to know how many applications he has approved so far. So this is the mail notification which will be going to the manager as well as to employee. This is the notification. Here it will be going that application name. It will be capturing details like application detail, place of visit, then travel mode and other details. So all those details which we have filled in the application. So once it is approved, it will be going for the notification. So once my application is approved by first manager, now it will be going for my next approval from Mr. A0007. So here we can see same way he can navigate through both through notification icon as well as through the menu bar. So he can go to travel approvals. Same way he'll be clicking on the application which is in the pending status or which you want to approve. So once he click on Mr. Vijay application, so he will be able to see the details. So same way he can see all these screens in a one go, or he can click separately on each and every tab and view it, like travel details, other details, advanced details, agenda details. And once he viewed everything, if it's fine, he can approve it or reject it. So once it is approved, he will be able to see his in approved status, and even he will also get the notification for the same. So once it is done, as per my application, now my application will be going for final level manager approval. So till my application is not approved as per my scheme from all the levels, so my application is still in the pending status for Mr. Vijay. So right now it has gone for final approval. So in final approval manager also, same way he will also go navigate in both the ways. So once you click over the application, so he will be able to see travel details. So if you want, he can modify. Like here it's coming now on duty, he has changed it out. And other details if you want, he can change it out. Right? Same way other details also if you want, he can change it, he can add it also, and even he can delete it, whatever you want. Yeah. So then is the advanced details. So advanced detail are same only. Advanced detail is 1000. If you want to, he can put it more, even he can reduce it on, reduce the amount also. So same in agenda. So once he also approved my application, he will also be able to view it in approved status while selecting in approved tab and clicking on. So once it is approved, so now my application is approved through all the levels. I will be logging in through my Mr. Employee login, Mr. A0002, Mr. Vijay. So we'll be able to see with this login, I will be want to check the status of my application, so that I can do through menu bar in same way in travel application. So there right now I will be able to see my application is approved. It is in approved status, right? So when now my application is approved, so now it will go to the further part, that is to the accountant and to the help desk for my train ticket bookings and right for my advance. So whomever the company organization give the rights, whomever we have given the rights, they will be able to view the application. So all those settings are done through admin settings only when we are giving the department as per who is responsible for those applications. So same way I am logging through Mr. X, Mr. A0007, that is my account manager. So here this help desk and admin settings are done through admin only. So we need to give the admin privileges to those employees. So here I am showing you how we can navigate to admin through ESS only. So I have logged in through Mr. A007, Mr. Kishore, and I am logging in through his admin. Just by clicking over here on right side and tap over here and immediately click on admin button. So this is my admin login for that same employee where I can switch to ESS as well as admin. So in my loan and claim application, under that is travel and then is travel account. So my first approval is going for travel account, that is for advance, which employee has put it. So now it depends upon him how he will be giving to it. So it will go for it. So once he click, he will be able to see that Mr. Employee, Mr. Vijay has asked, which is approved by his manager, has asked for ₹1,000 as an advance. So once he will open the application, he can give his comment, he can approve or he can reject. Even he can view his other details also. Actually, the person at demand as per his travel only. So he can study his other details also, like travel details, other details, advance amount details. So he will be able to see all these details and he can acknowledge accordingly. So once it is done, so it will be again be seen in the approved status. So once it is approved, now it depends upon company how they are giving the advance to the employee. So it will be coming into the accounts. Now next is the travel approval help desk. This help desk person is nothing. He will be eligible. He will be means we can say facilitates the employees while booking the tickets, hotel bookings, all those things. So he will be able to see the application. So this is the navigation, travel approval, help desk. So once you click over here, as we can see, that application also is in the pending status. So once you click over here, he will also be able to view all these details like travel detail, other detail, what that employee have actually given. Then at last, that last field is changed. Where is the upload document here? So here that person he can able to view, and in upload button he can give the ticket details. He can give the attachment of the tickets over here. Attachment of the tickets or of the hotel bookings, all those things he can give over here and can submit it. So once it is done from his end, so everything is done. So right now my application is complete. So here we can view it on A003. So now my claim as application is being done, travel application, it is approved also. Employee is eligible with his advance as well as his bookings to go for his travel. So once he returns from his travel, now we'll be going for a travel settlement. So what all expenses he have done on his self-payment, those he can claim through the company. So for that thing, he need to open through his navigation. Mr. Vijay will log in through his login. For that, he will go to travel settlement. In travel settlement, here are the two options. If the person have asked for the advance amount, he's already this application will be seen over here in advance. Like we can see for Mr. Vijay, he has asked for ₹1,000 advance, so we can see his application lying over here. But if no advance amount is given to an employee, he can claim with his new. Like if somebody have went on urgent basis, so he can do his travel settlement after coming from his tour directly by adding it. So for that, right now we have already done his travel application, so we'll be going through his travel settlement through his done application. So I will be clicking over here. So here I can see over here. So as soon as I open his travel settlement application, I will be able to see that yes, whether he has visited or not, he can click over here. His advance amount is 1,000. Explain incurred right now it's not there, and balance amount is 1,000. And 1,000 rupees are already given to that employee. So accordingly now he can fill his detail. His expense detail he will be filling, then travel details and other details. So another option is other employee. Suppose me and my colleague have went for a tour. So we both have eat together, or we have booked our hotel together once a while. So that can be claimed in a single application by the higher designation. The person who will be of higher brand, he can go for his for this application while combining with his colleague for it. So what it will be beneficial, it will be add-on. His limit will be considered as the final limit for it. So here, so right now I have given, so I show you how the advance is shown. So here we can see, like here we can see like a branch is there. If we want to add, we can select to here also, where employees will be visible over here. We just need to click over here and click on submit button. So whoever I want, who have went with me on a tour, I can add him from here as an add-on application. So both employees are doing in a single application. So that way I am combining it. So that way it can be done. So we'll be able to see here limit will be visible. It is the higher limit of the person with a higher brand or designation. Right. So here we'll be able to see other employee, and we'll be able to see one new tab, that is view and added employee. View and add employee means we have already added an employee. We can view his detail from over here. So right now we can see same way his expenses and other things will be captured. So right now we go back to our application where we have advance given was 1,000. So now this employee have done his application for expense details, travel expense and other details as police detail. So same way his values will be changed over here. Like 1,000 he have done already. Total expense he have put for 2,500 and food include expenses he have given for 150. So both these details will be already seen in expense incurred. So we can see whatever details we are adding in expense type, all those total will come over here. And we can see my balance amount is calculated accordingly. So my advance amount which was given to an employee and expense incurred which was given to, accordingly my balance amount is captured, which need to be approved further by the managers and reporting managers. Then next way, he can ask for his travel details. Same, whatever travel he have done, same it will be visible over here. Then his other details also, where he has went, what all details he has filled accordingly earlier in his application, like he will be going through car, he will be having his breakfast, all those things. He has captured. So right now we can see once the application is submitted, again my application is in pending status, but this application is travel settlement application. So we can see the flow over here which need to be followed for its approval. And here we can see while print application we can see the summarize of my application, what all expenses I have done, what all things. So this is summarized application of. So this is the summarized application for it. Right. Same way he will be getting the notification also, like what all settlement amount is done, right, with how much is pending, how much he is claiming, all those things will be going to manager. So whomever we have given the rights, accordingly mail will be scheduled. So right now application is done. Now again his manager or his reporting manager will log in with their ID. So Mr. Sanket have logged in with his ID, and same way he will be able to see in the notification as well as in menu bar in travel settlement approvals. So here he will be able to view the application in similar way, where he will be able to get the employee details will already fetch automatically from the system, as well as what all application you have done, like his adjustment amount is 1650 which need to be paid. So it is, here is amount pay type, like if it is given over a cash, it will be done in cash, if it is check or bank details, accordingly it will be fetched. Then is advance amount what was given, and what is the credit amount which need to be credited into the employee account. Then GST and other details will be automatically fetched. Then another is the status, where from where the employee that manager need to approve, whether you want to approve or reject. Then comes the affecting salary, whether whatever amount will be approved in travel settlement, it need to be compensated with his salary, means it need to be added and given in the salary, or need to be paid separately by other payment processes. So right now we'll be showing the process of other payment process, because if it is done in settlement, it will be outstanding. So if he has done last two, if something is pending with an employee, that will be seen as outstanding amount advance details. Like last time I have taken the 3,000, but my only 1,000 was used. So whatever is my pending amount 2,000, it will be adjusted in this two. So it will be seen over here. So that is the overall details. Then same way it's expense detail, travel details, these things, or he will be approving it. He can check and approve it out. Approve or reject. So once he approve it out, my application will be seen in the travel settlement approval. So once this thing is seen, and if Mr. Vijay want to see where his application is lying on this status, where it currently is approved or where it's pending, so you can see while login is with his own login credentials. So he can go to, again he can move to travel application. So here he can check where it is approved and where it is pending. So as we can see that his application is approved from Mr. Sanket, but it is pending for another 2 approvals from the managers. So this is just a view of your own application, where an employee can get and view where actually his application was pending. Same way that is done, then another, again my application will go for another manager approval. So he can also go. So again he can navigate through notification, or he can go through the menu bar. So once he click over here, he will be able to see my application is pending status, which he can see, and he can view the details, he can approve accordingly. So once the application is approved, he will be able to see my application in the approved status. Then next is in my application, now it has gone for final manager approval, and now again I will be logging in through my next manager, Mr. Hasmukh. So he can also go through a bell icon or to menu bar. So once he log in, so he can see, check over here. So what all application, again it's pending status. So he can check one by one. So if he wants, he can also view all the details. He will go through expense details, right? Then travel details. Then is travel other details. What actually employee has pulled. If you want to change, he can also change those details. So once it is approved, my application now comes into the approved status, and now it is finally approved by all things. That we, once it is approved by final manager, it can be viewed. Similarly, in Mr. Vijay credentials, he can also see his application that the application is finally approved. So his claim settlement is travel settlement is approved, and same way he will be getting the notifications also for it. Same way he can see his approved application status over in as per his in PDF file. So right now, same way he has got the mail notification as discussed, he will be getting the mail notifications. So right now, here we are ending with both the flow. Now it comes to admin. How will he will be paying to the employee? So if it is paying in salary, so it will be captured along with the salary details. Whenever we are fetching the salary, it will be processed accordingly, captured and processed accordingly. But if another way is through other payment process, or other than salary, if we are paying it separately in some different account, or then we can pay it through salary details, other payment process, and payment process. This navigation we need to follow in admin. So here we can see we need to click over there on add button. Here we can see on we need to select month, then process type, what all process we are doing, and we need to click on go. So here we can see Mr. Vijay details are captured that his approved amount is 1650 rupees. So again, if we click on next, so he can other details if you want status is done, it is not pending from the accounted side. So he can just approve these details. So once you click on finish, this travel amount payment process will be done in a done status, means it is an approved status. Further, it can handle it through account people directly into the account. So this was the way the module is run in our system. Right now, the main part is reports. So navigation for reports to travel is person has to click on reports, then other reports, then is the 4 type of reports we'll be seeing over here. One is the travel detail, travel settlement, travel statement, travel settlement status. So first detail is travel approval, like travel detail. Okay, so here he can view with the date. He can add other options as per the filter. So I have taken as per, I have just selected my employee, and I can preview or export as per my wish. So here I'm able to see the details that whatever my details have been captured, when I went for a tour, how many days I went, and well, it was in approved status. Same way, my travel settlement report. Same way, I can fetch with all those filters, and I can be able to see that my approved date was 25th June. It was approved. Advance was given rupees 1000. I claimed for 2650 rupees, and my approved is also same. And later I was paid 1650 rupees. So all those details have been captured. The next is the travel statement. So this is the statement where all the details will be captured, like employee travel details, employee travel other details, and expense details. So whatever details we did till now, all these details will be captured in a one single shot in a one application. So once he has done like food expense, everything will be captured over here. So then is the travel settlement status. So what all travel settlements have come to us, whether they're approved or in pending status, all those HR can monitor all together through travel settlement status. So you can able to view over here whether this application is approved. It is single application. If we are doing near about 200 or more than 50 applications, it will be beneficial for us. So these are all the reports which we are able to see over here. From here, we wind up with our travel module application, or we can say session. So if you have any queries, anything, please write us on to support@orangewebtech.com, and please raise your questions right in the chat box. So right now, I hand over my session to Ms. Sonia. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Bhavna. The session was very good, and we have come up with the very good insights from this module. I hope every attendee in the session has liked all the content and all the information related to the content. And I request all the attendees to please ask your questions in the question box. We are ready to answer those questions. I'm requesting all the attendees to please ask their questions in the question box. We have 5 minutes.
Okay. So I hope everybody, most of the things are get clear. So there was three separate things. Reimbursement, it is a different. If it is your part of CTC, then it comes and working as a different applications and approval. So it is considered for taxable and non-taxable. Claim, I think whatever this Mr. Umang has been described you. So claim, it is a case where just you are doing on behalf of the company whatever expenses you are doing, but you are not doing the traveling. So wherever your base locations are there, so for that base location, whatever expenses has been done from your end, maybe it is your daily, like see, whenever just you are sitting at your local locations and you are just traveling nearby, around the 50 or 60 kilometers, so where you can just claim on a daily options. So there is options is available where you can just claim in a draft mode, and once your month will get completed, you can just submit the things to be over here. So it will be claiming the things. There is a two options. You can just pay those particular claim with the salary, and out of the salary is also there. Similar way travel. So whenever just you are doing the travel applications, so in a travel applications, we can see that you can travel in international locations also. Just Bhavana has described you in a local location within India. You can travel. You can just set up your cities to be over here with your city category. Also, you can just define your claim from the effective date, grade wise, designations wise, and city category wise. You can just define your limits to be over there. Again, the things is that whatever the designations in your organization, so you can define what are the travels mode is applicable to those particular designations. So you can define those particular things. Again, you need to just whenever you're doing the traveling, so what are the agenda and important meetings to be applicable. So those you can mention the things to be over there. So whenever just you are going for a travel, so you need to do the applications over there. After application has been approved, it will go for again for salary advance and the ticket booking. So they will get a mail notifications. Again, the whatever the submission has been done from that particular account person or admin person, they will again get a mail notifications. After that, they need to once they just go for a travel and then they just come back, they need to do the travel settlement applications. So once travel settlement application has been done, so at any point of any level, your claim can be limit can be modified from the manager. So whatever the final limits are there, so that will be again payments to you in the terms of the salary or out of the salary. I hope everybody maybe just clear the things. If you have any doubt, you can just raise your question, so you can just clear your doubts.
Thank you so much, Chintan. All the attendees are requested, if they have the questions, they can raise in the question box, or else we are concluding this session as the time has been extended by half an hour. So let's just conclude the session. If anybody has the questions, please raise your hands in the webinar, or you can ask the question in the chat box. All the attendees are requested to please ask the questions. We have only 30 seconds left. Post this, will conclude the session. So we are concluding a session. Thank you so much, all the attendees who have given the time and who have invested the time in this today's session. I hope all the attendees have liked the content and the session. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And I just request all of the attendees to be safe at your place, and please take the precautions which WHO has suggested to all of us. Thank you so much, guys, for joining today's session. For next webinar, I'll be sharing you the WhatsApp and emails to all the attendees with the link so they can join the next webinar session on the Friday. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us.